7 years gone. 7 years. That's how long I've been a rumor, a name people whispered until it faded into dust. I became something between a ghost and a cautionary tale. But tonight, the ghost walked back into the light. The ballroom glittered, a cathedral of glass, gold, and self-congratulation. Men with fortunes toasted their reflections, while a string quartet pretended the world outside wasn't burning. I blended in easily. Black suit, silent expression, a stranger among the powerful. The invitation had no name, just a symbol. Mine. That's when I saw her. A waitress. Late 20s. Eyes I knew by heart. Her tray rattled when she saw me. "Excuse me," she whispered. "You look familiar." I turned, slowly. Our eyes locked. My daughter. Her name rose like smoke on my tongue, but I bit it back. Names carry weight. And she had dropped mine tonight. She clung to her mother's arm. I smiled faintly. "Do I?" She searched my face as if digging through ashes for something still warm. And for a heartbeat I saw it, guilt, faint but alive. Then her mother appeared. Still stunning. Still venom in velvet. My ex-wife. Her laugh sliced through the music, like broken glass scraping steel. She hadn't seen me yet, but she would. And when she did, the empire she built on lies would fracture just as she fractured me. I still remember the night it all burned. Our daughter's wedding. Her hand across my face. The sound louder than the music that died with it. 200 witnesses. 200 silent judges. My wife screaming about an affair that never existed. My daughter crying on command. That slap wasn't punishment. It was an execution. And I walked away stripped of everything. My house, my name, my worth. She left me nothing but the truth. 7 years later, I own the company behind this very event. I had become the man she used to worship, wealth, influence, control. But revenge wasn't the plan. Not at first. I told myself I wanted closure. Until I saw my daughter again, serving drinks to the same crowd that once cheered her betrayal. Something in me shifted. Not pity. Not sorrow. Recognition. The fall had come full circle. Her mother hadn't saved her. The universe has a cruel balance sheet. I watched in the shadows as guests murmured. My ex-wife, the once untouchable, was slipping. Her company drowning in debt. Her charm aging faster than she could afford. What she didn't know was that the silent investor, keeping her afloat, was me. Every lifeline she'd been given came from the man she'd buried. Every signature was a step toward tonight. This wasn't a reunion. It was a reckoning. The waitress passed by again. My daughter's stare lingered. Something inside her cracked. The truth, slow and sharp. Her tray tilted. A drink spilled. Then I saw him, the lawyer who'd helped him gut me. His face drained of color when I greeted him by name. I didn't need to threaten. Silence does the work when it's wrapped in power. Midnight. The orchestra paused. The projector flickered to life. Her company's logo appeared first, then the next slide. Effective immediately, all assets of Ari Holdings have been acquired by Holt Industries. My name, the one she'd erased, the one she swore would never rise again. The crowd froze. Cameras flashed. Gasps rippled. She turned, and for the first time in her life, she looked afraid. "Aiden," she breathed. I walked toward her, calm, measured, like a ghost reclaiming its grave. "You once said I'd be nothing without you," I said quietly. She shook her head. "You can't." I already did. Her legs gave out. She fell into a chair, mascara bleeding down like war paint washed away. On the stage's edge, my daughter stood frozen. Tears slipped down not for me, but for the empire collapsing in front of her. I approached her and held out an envelope. Inside, a deed, a share certificate, and a note with 2 words. Start over. Her mother's voice cracked across the room, shrieking my name. I didn't look back. I already stopped, I said, my voice low. The silence that followed was heavier than applause, heavier than revenge. Outside, the night was cold. The kind of clean, merciless cold that makes you feel alive again. 7 years ago, I walked away with nothing. Tonight, I walked away again, but this time by choice. Because real power isn't taking revenge. It's becoming untouchable. Through the glass doors, I looked back once. She was on her knees. My daughter beside her, holding the letter. They weren't crying for me. They were crying because they finally understood who I had become, and who they never would be again. I turned and kept walking. No goodbyes. No forgiveness. Just peace. The kind you only earn when you stop bleeding for those who cut you.